Cher?
Johnny.
Or Johnny.
And you keep on coming back to Mardi Gras.
They call him...
It's such a great vibe.
It's such a great vibe. Do you ever think that like Mardi Gras, like, how about enough Cher? How about Cher doesn't come this year? How about we have a year without Cher?
Do you think that Cher is like hack for drag?
Ooh, yeah, you put on like Believe, and it's like,
Again.
how about something different?
Boom. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Sausage Boys podcast. This is your host here, the South Coast poster child, a.k.a. the mannequin from Newtown.
Yes.
Got a new nickname I'm bringing in.
You're bringing it back.
Jackson Grant, ladies and gentlemen. God damn, it's good to be here. We got...
That beard is very Newtown.
You think?
it?
Yeah. You need like a latte. I don't know.
It's not hipstery
We're zinging
enough.
already,
Yeah,
baby
we are
boy.
zinging.
No, I like that's half a compliment.
Thank you very much. I've got a red beard for some reason. We'll get into that on today's show.
Ooh.
A lot of things to talk about. We've also got just messed the whole thing up. The steamroller, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone.
The Terry Crews of Sydney.
It's kind of been back
steamroller.
there. Yeah, the steamroller.
Is that a train?
Steamroller. That's kind of like the same thing. Steamrolling train.
Kareem Diallo, ladies and
Hello,
gentlemen.
everyone. Hello. How are we?
Yeah, good.
We're good. I'm liking this weird energy that's.
Yeah, you bring a little
that's
bass
happening
at the moment.
Am I bringing a little bit more bass?
Don't do anything to change
How do I bring myself?
No,
down a
it's
little bit?
good.
No,
It's
no,
good.
leave
You
it,
sound
leave
great.
it.
You sound great.
Really?
I'm
Yeah.
I think you're all making fun of me for sounding too loud. And it's like this weird inside joke you've got going on.
You
and I
sound
don't know if
great.
I like it. Really? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'll talk like this then. I'll talk like this. Is this funny?
We've got two great guests on. One of them, you love them. They've been on before. They go by the name of Juni.
What an intro.
I like the Jacksons being very Newtown, doing the whole non-binary thing.
I know. Yeah.
Great. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Very inclusive of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I don't know what that means. I don't know what non-binary is, but it makes sense.
Oh, I like it. And we've got one guy you've never met before. Or maybe you have. But not on this show, I'll tell you that much.
Ooh.
It's a pleasure to be here, guys.
He goes by
Thank
the
you
name
for
of
inviting
Alex
me.
Choi.
Yeah,
Oh, it's your first time. I didn't know that.
first time. First podcast I've ever been invited on as well.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, so there's
So-
a lot of pressure.
Have you been others just
Ooh.
force your way onto it?
That's what it
You're
sounded
not
like.
invited.
The other times I just took it. I just kind of went in there and just took it.
Yeah, no one noticed. I just started
Yeah.
talking.
Oh, wait, that wasn't a podcast. Yeah, Choi.
It
Choi.
was a date on Hinge. Everyone.
Is Choi, where does your last name come from? Choi.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Yeah, for real. You've got Chinese ancestry?
Yeah, from the Han Dynasty.
Oh,
apparently.
really?
Yeah.
Wait, are you
Which
kidding?
is South yeah, no, I'm being serious.
Yeah,
Can you
'cause
say it?
Obviously, you look Chinese. For anyone that's watching, it's obviously a Chinese man in front of us.
How do you say Choi like the Chinese way? Choi.
Like Chai, I think it is, or something. Chai? I don't know. I don't want to do the accent. I don't think I can get away with that, you know.
But you can because apparently you're Chinese.
I think so, but like not everybody gets it, you know.
For anyone just listening, Alex is
Alex
a
Choi.
white man from Manchester.
And what's this? What's this whole Chinese thing? Is this like a funny bit that your grandfather had?
No, I'm genuinely part Chinese. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
I didn't believe you when you said genuinely.
I do. I believe it.
Well, your grandfather put his pants down in the locker room, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no,
he's-
old Danny, he's Chinese over here." We started calling him Danny Choi.
He just ran with it.
He just ran.
Have you ever felt like getting in touch with your roots? Your Chinese.
I've been to China heaps. My dad used to live in China, and we went to.
What are you talking about? I'm as Chinese as they come, mate. I can't do your accent.
I feel like maybe your
Oh,
grand.
he fat Choi, everyone.
I feel like your granddad maybe committed like a
do you
heinous
want, Biff?
crime and then moved country and changed his name. I'm like, Choi, what's up with that? And he's like,
Tried to fly
yeah.
under the radar and it just wasn't working.
I want to love you long time.
I don't think he's from here.
What do you want? The beef and broccoli. We've got on the briefing broccoli. How about you hurry up and buy something? Stop peeping at the things. It's not a bloody library. I'm doing a Scottish accent.
You break
for
it, you
as well.
buy it.
Yeah, you've spent time in China.
Well, my dad lived in China. He speaks Chinese.
He has
What
like
is?
He speaks Chinese.
What is? Ni hao. Ni hao.
Ni hao ma.
he has a wispy he has a wispy moustache and rides a rickshaw.
He makes great fried rice.
He does. He's a good cook.
What's his specialty?
The noodles, crispy noodles.
Put those forks down and get a chopstick.
Has anyone ever?
I'm not meant to bloody use this. How about some chopsticks?
Huh?
It's a lot easier.
Has this ever kind of been brought to your attention
Wait, what?
that you're Chinese?
Yeah. Everybody asks me.
Yeah, right.
I'm 31 years old.
Yeah.
And people ask me every time they meet me, why are you called Alex Choi? And I do this whole conversation about why I'm Chinese.
You yell at them in Mandarin.
I have to go through this whole story, yeah.
Can you speak Mandarin?
No, I tried to learn it. It's really difficult.
What
Dad-
words do you know?
My dad would sit me down with a tutor
Alright, Alex.
and I'd learn. And I'd come to him and I'd go, ni hao. And he'd go, no, ni hao. And I'd be like, ni hao. And he'd be like, you're saying it wrong. And I'm like, how am I saying it wrong? And it's all to do with the accent.
Yeah.
And that's like the different, like that's the difference between Chinese and like English and stuff. Like it's all accent based, which is why I couldn't pick it up because
Yeah.
I have a fucked accent. I
What about
guess.
your dad? Does he sound like you?
No, he's Scouse. So
Okay.
I don't know if you know any Scousers, people from Liverpool. They have
Paddy Pimblett's Scouse, isn't he?
Paddy
Scouser.
Pimblett. Yeah,
You don't get knocked out.
Who's the Carl Legacy?
yeah, he's Scouse.
Oh, is he?
Scouse.
Oh.
I assume you're Scouse. I can't tell the difference between those like obscure British accents.
Right.
Is it how would a Scouse person sound?
Is that like how we can't to you guys?
Liverpool. It sounds like the
Liverpool.
Beatles.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah?
with our voices.
That's a really good impression. I can't do the accent. I can't do accents.
You're doing a pretty good job.
You were nailing that one.
Well, that's great. We've got two Chinese men on the podcast today. Yeah, I've never tried to learn another language. It seems hard. I'd love to. It seems very difficult. Maybe in high school. Did you do language in high school?
Fuck, I did German in primary school and Japanese in high school. And I was terrible at it.
Japanese. What have you learnt from both of them?
That I can't speak other languages.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Hey.
German sounds cooler.
Going on.
German sounds like you're always angry.
I kind of like it though. It's good. I kind of like this one.
Yeah.
I think I'm bumping
Oh, no,
into
sorry.
Jackson
You
quite
like-
a bit.
you
Sorry.
like- Yeah, wait, touches.
Yeah, we
I'm
got
fucking
we're doing a
daddy.
lot of we're doing a lot of bumping.
Trying to start
We are doing
fire.
a lot of
I like it.
bumping.
Yeah, but starting a little bit of fire. Yeah, I like it. I like it. But you did Japanese and German.
Yeah, fuck your hairy Jackson.
Why are you avoiding this subject, dude?
This is different. I did German. Yes, I
didn't,
did German
you
and
didn't do any
Japanese.
languages at all, did you?
I'm a phony.
We found this last time. I think it was a weird lying thing, was it? It was your son. No, there was something going on. There was something going on with lying. I think you
Yeah,
had
my
like
son
a-
told his first lie and something about Sam Kinison and. You know.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
there
Yeah.
was something going on there. But I need to figure out more about Alex Choi being Chinese. This is absolutely insane.
I learned Russian at school.
Really?
Fuck, you Russian?
Я знаю русский язык.
You want a bloody vodka? I'm here. How about some bloody vodka and potatoes?
You learnt Russian in school.
Russian and French.
Wow.
Yeah.
right.
That's
And
what
you're good with
fancy
it. You
school.
kind of kept a lot of it.
I can't remember any Russian
Yeah.
apart from like a few sentences, and then I can remember quite a lot of French, but I haven't used it in a long time, so I'm really bad at French.
Ah, that's fair. That's kind of like every. But you were pretty close to being fluent, is it, or no?
What, in French or
Yeah,
Russian?
French.
Nah.
Oh,
nah.
no, or just like
I could probably
basic.
live there and basic, and then you'd pick it up along the way. Yeah,
Ah,
for
okay.
sure.
You
can
would-
introduce yourself, tell them that you're Chinese.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what Chinese is in French, but
This.
No.
you didn't even need to do
I
that.
don't condone that. I don't condone that.
You guys can get away with that sort of humor because you're both Asian, which is great. But yes. So you said you go to China all the time.
No, my dad used to live in China,
Yeah.
and he used to fly us over. He used to live in Shanghai and Hong Kong, and we'd go to like Shanghai and Hong Kong, and then there's like a little town in Hong Kong where all the Chois are from.
And they just accept you like you're their brother. It's like, oh yeah, no, you're obviously a Choi. You're obviously one of
But
us.
this
Oh, you
isn't
look-
weird. He looks just like us.
He loves me.
He looks just like
Like, okay, so I don't know if you know this about Chinese families, but they give you like a red envelope with money in it,
yes.
Yes.
and it's like awesome. So every time I see like my Chinese relatives, they give me like money, and I'm like, so I've not got anything for you, but but then like I'd go to this Chinese town.
And you open up the envelope, so please stop pretending to be Chinese. It's extremely offensive. You're obviously the most.
We
British
keep paying
man
to
on
go
earth.
away. He doesn't get the hint.
That's good.
That's great. So you get in these red envelopes.
Yeah, so I went to this little Chinese town full of Chois, and
Yeah.
I met my uncle. It's like
Name's Gary.
he's a distant uncle.
Yeah, I'm Gary Choi. Great to meet you. Great to meet you. I'm Chinese I'm as Chinese as hell. I'm as bloody Chinese as hell. I grew up here. Alex Choi. Imagine just going and seeing like all the Chois in China that just all look like Alex. Just like it's like a province of white people. Which just all sound extremely British. Like, oh, you know, we're Chinese.
So you go there, they give you money, they love you there.
Yeah, like
As
it's
soon
like
as
I'm a
it's
novelty.
nighttime, everyone's just like, they just burst out laughing. It's another day.
And I met my uncle, who my dad said he was 110 years old,
Yeah.
and still to this day, he looked like he could have been, but I don't know if he was messing with me, because like he couldn't have been 110.
Chinese people live pretty long.
Yeah, but 110 years.
You're like, I'm 72.
What else has he lied to you about?
This is the funniest I've ever seen you. You're on fire.
This is a really sneaky one there. What else he lied to you about? That's great. Yeah, being honest, Alex, we're not Chinese at all. We're British. It's just a funny bit.
Yeah.
So your
funny bit.
your
We've all been
uncle,
laughing at you.
so your distant uncle who's 110 is Chinese.
Is he actually Chinese?
Fully
Is the whole idea-
Chinese. Yeah.
Fully Chinese. Do you have a photo of him by any chance? And how is he
No.
your uncle? How does that even make sense?
I don't know. My dad told me, and I was like 15, and I forgot. I should have paid more attention, to be honest.
Do you think your dad just went to China and just like really got into the culture and was like, I may as well be Chinese? That my son's gonna be.
What did your dad do before he went to China? Like, fuck, I gotta go to China. I gotta hide out.
Yeah, what's going on? Because
Kids, we're Chinese now, alright? Fucking shut
My
up.
name's Choi.
I did have a Chinese granddad, and I saw him. He was always there. So
Do you look? Is he full Chinese?
he looked Chinese.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with their story. It makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
All the dots connect.
Nice.
I thought we were talking about.
What he's gonna do?
Do you want to do it?
I'll do the honors. I thought we were talking about China, not India. I just imagine your Chinese grandfather. He looks like Stephen Fry or something like that. It's like, yeah, no. Yeah, that makes that's as China as they come. Who's that actor I'm thinking of? Who does Alfred in Batman?
yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Caine?
Yeah, Michael
Michael Caine.
Caine. It's just Michael Caine. It's like,
I'm
yeah, he's a
110.
grandfather. I'm 110.
Come sit on my lap.
I'm 110 Chinese years old. I've lost the
Chinese
voice.
years.
I've lost the voice.
Like
Okay.
it's dog ears.
So where does the did your dad have like Chinese features?
He looks more Chinese than I do, but he's still a bit white.
Can we please have a photo? I don't believe you. I just feel this is
A
kinda
photo of my
crazy.
dad?
Yeah.
He's
Let's see a photo of your dad.
he doesn't have online. He doesn't have Facebook, so I don't have any photos on my
This
phone.
story is not holding up.
Do you have a photo of your grandfather?
No, sadly not as well, and he passed away. So,
So no, everyone who looks Chinese is either...
Yeah.
yeah, just You just don't have any photos.
I'm just gonna have to take my word for it.
Trust me, I'm Chinese.
Why don't you believe me?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay, so we're not going to have any proof. So we're all just going to assume that you're lying, which is fine.
Well, respect that I'm lying.
Respect that you're lying. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Great. What's Hong Kong and Shanghai like?
Busy.
Yeah.
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 Like really busy. Like Hong Kong's actually like, it's one of the busiest places I've ever been.
Any
very-
relation to King Kong? Hong Kong's very busy.
Shanghai's a bit like New York. If it was, if it was Chinese.
Yeah, what's up? I'm from Shanghai. Yo, what's up, pimp? Yeah, no, I'm from Shanghai. I'm Shanghai as hell.
Word. Shit.
Yeah, it's like
Yo, I'm Chinese. I'm as Chinese as hell.
I'm as Chinese as a motherfucker. Man.
It's like an obviously African American family. What's up? My name's Jamal Chong. Chinese. What's up? Oh my goodness.
Could be a nice loophole if you wanted to date like a Chinese girl who wanted her parents wanted her to date like very traditionally.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I've got this lovely Chinese boyfriend. And then you come over and you're like, hello.
You are no Chinese man.
What are you talking about? Can't you tell by the accent? I'm from Shanghai. I'm from the Yuyuan province.
So
Apparently they are giving out 500,000 free flights to Hong Kong. Did you hear about that?
No.
No one heard about this. This is a
No.
big thing in the news. They're giving out free flights.
for people to go to
I was waiting
China.
for the punchline.
I know. I was waiting. There's actually no punchline there. I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was a fascinating
Well,
topic.
if you guys want to ever go and go to the old Choi town,
We'll
you
drop
know,
your name over there.
just hit me up.
We get there, we go all the way over there. We're like, no, you assured us.
There's like obvious like Chinese people. It's like no, they just don't speak any English. There's just no one has that last name.
But do your relatives over there speak English?
No.
Russian?
No.
So you can't communicate.
Chinese with an English accent.
How do you know they love you if you can't even talk to them?
Well, my dad, like, he
Well, they
talks to them.
kissed me. Sorry.
He
Yeah.
gave me red envelopes with money in it, so I assume
Yeah.
they like me.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah.
The greatest thing in the world. That's perfect.
Yeah. Any action when you were over there in terms of ladies?
Oh, true.
Why did you have to specify?
I'm just trying to work out what I want to say on a podcast. If
Yeah.
you go to Hong Kong, you'll be fine. You'll
Also,
get-
Shanghai, you're going to get some lady boys.
It's more Hong Kong. They like the more of the Westerners.
Oh, in Shanghai, they don't like.
You get Shanghai.
They're like, so in Shanghai, they're going for you, more like traditional Chinese people.
Right. Exactly.
So you'll do fine.
When I get to Shanghai, I crush, yeah.
It's like, oh, finally, yeah, no, obviously, it's Chinese people.
I found my peoples.
We're going to have a problem, but you'll be fine when you get to Shanghai. Because I guess I've always heard Hong Kong's more international.
Yeah, it's like a westernized version of China.
Right.
Like it was. Do you know the history behind it?
No.
Basically, it was owned by the British, and then they came to like terms with China that they
And
would
they're like,
pass it
we'll
on
swap
to-
last names.
We'll give you some.
We'll leave,
We'll take
but I'm taking that last name, Choi. You're gonna
Yeah.
that bloke over there called me
like
Choi.
a
and I'm gonna-
souvenir.
My name's Michael Choi. I'm Chinese.
Yeah, so the British occupy. This is like Opium Wars shit, right?
My history knowledge only goes a certain like distance, but like the British owned it, and then they agreed with China that they would give it back to them in like 50 years or something.
Yeah.
And then like that's why they're all like having fights and stuff now and protesting because China are trying to take it back early and things like that. So that's all I know. I don't know anything about the Opium Wars. I only know about the Han Dynasty and my lineage,
Yeah, true.
So you have lineage to the Han Dynasty.
apparently. And yeah, they were in like southern China, and then they fled to Hong Kong because of the government in China. I'm trying to like reiterate what my dad told me. It's like
Just meditate.
I don't know if this is like historically accurate. I'm pretty sure it's quite close. But like they fled to like Hong Kong, and a bunch of other people in China fled to Hong Kong because they wanted to escape the government.
Right.
Hmm.
What's going on in China? They're communist, is it?
Apparently.
Socialist?
Socialist? I don't know anything. I don't know.
Socialist, yeah.
I'm not from there. So.
I don't know. Hong Kong was trying not to be like, was trying to be somewhat not sovereign, but not run by like the Chinese government. That's what that little protest was about.
Oh, there was
Yeah.
Okay. So different to the rest of China. Obviously, a bit of a touchy subject talking about.
I don't want to say anything that I don't know what I'm talking about as well.
Yeah, no, of course, and I feel the exact same way. How about this? How about for a second we don't know what we're talking about, and we just think about what we assume is going on.
Oh yeah, let's assume about China. That always ends well, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I had some assumptions about you that I found out were very wrong today. So,
Like what?
Yeah, such as.
that you were a white guy.
Next is gonna be of course, also Andy Lee from Hamish and Andy. He's also Chinese.
Is he?
Really?
No.
Oh,
I don't
Lee.
know.
Yeah, right.
It's,
You guys know Steph Broadbridge?
let me guess, she's Chinese as well.
Yeah. Exactly. Sam Bowden, Chinese.
Oh, I've seen him do that.
White comedians who are part Chinese.
What is going on?
This is crazy.
Yeah, this has really opened my eyes up.
Let's do it. Let's do it. This is really opened my eyes up to people who may be.
No,
I'm not.
We're living in a globalized world where
That's
we're all
very true.
mixing together, and you can be white, you can be,
It's all right
you
to
can
be
be
white,
Indian
guys.
and white.
I'm
Potentially.
talking about like obvious white people saying they're Chinese.
I'm
That's a
Indian.
difference.
I'm a little bit.
Like when you
I'm
go
not
home, do you go, "Hey, Dad"?
If you look like Juni, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Wow, you're kind of mixed or something like that.
You're Filipino
Yes.
and you're Aussie,
Well, I was born. Yeah, born here. I was Aussie.
right? Do you have like
There's
you have
like
a bit of a mix, don't you?
Chinese, There's like
Oh, you're Chinese as well.
Yeah,
We're just
a
finding
little
out
bit of
every
little
single
bit of
person's Chinese.
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but
A little bit of Spanish. There's some European, like my mom's side, but it's all.
This is how Kanye West must have felt when he got into those board meetings and found out. Also, you're also.
Yeah.
yeah, we're in dicey territory.
We got into dicey territory.
No, what's been going on with you, John, man?
Okay.
What a segue.
That's not a segue. That's a lifeline. Just
Help me.
please,
That's not a segue. That's a
rickshaw.
rickshaw. That's exactly. That's the joke. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Is
what's
a
been-
rickshaw this thing with the big wheels behind it?
Ask Alex. He
And then
knows.
Yeah, they are.
What's
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's been going on with you, John, man? It's been happening. Anything new since you were last on?
Steph Broadbridge is Chinese.
That's new, isn't it?
I think she's more Chinese than I am. I think I'm. I'm a quarter
I think
Chinese.
Jackson's more Chinese.
I think she's half Chinese.
Wow.
Who is?
Steph. That's what I heard anyway. Oh, that's what she said to me anyway.
Is this kind of like being non-binary? Is this a thing now? People are just adopting Chinese and just doing it with a straight face, and no one's going to really question.
You identify as identify as Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think, because if you ask someone, it's like, no, I'm Chinese. Maybe no one questions it anymore, because we're kind of wrong for questioning Alex saying he's Chinese. It may be the new thing.
Maybe. Yeah.
It'll be like, what about it? He, him, Chinese.
He, him, ching, ching.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that kind of business.
I'm part Chinese. I can't say that shit.
Oh yeah, true. In that case, it's hilarious, and I always thought it was.
Let's keep going down this rabbit hole and make this the Patreon.
When did you first find out you were Chinese?
When I was 5.
When I looked down my pants.
when I had a dream about a dragon. Has any dragons visited you? Anything like
I was
that?
too natural
Only
with
when I was on
chopsticks. I picked it up straight away.
Yeah, but how?
I didn't need when I realized I didn't need to use the calculator. No, such a bad accent. I knew the answer. I answered all the maths questions.
Oh,
terrible accent.
what else is going on? Has your son been lying to you still?
Anyway, he tells me he loves me.
Your son's like...
Whenever he says Alex is Chinese. All right, now to get into some juicy topics.
Steph Broadbridge is Chinese.
Okay.
Alex Choi is Chinese. Who else was Chinese again?
I'm not going to say because you're going to keep bringing a name up.
Yeah.
I apologize. We may do a lot of beeping in this episode. It's getting very close to becoming just a Patreon only. Very close.
Sign up for the Patreon if you're listening, by the way.
This may be on the Patreon.
How many more slurs until it becomes a Patreon?
We're walking a fine line.
I think it became a Patreon when you did something with your eyes. I think that's what it meant.
Oh, yeah, true. I forgot about that. No, he can.
Can he?
Yeah, he can.
Isn't that more recent that he can do it?
Yeah, I know,
We
he
can't.
can do it. That's true. I know. What's going on here? Alex is looking uncomfortable. How are you feeling?
Alex is comfortable as hell, I think.
Yeah, he's
got
comfortable
his
as
Do you
hell.
have any more questions about the Chinese stuff?
What is the most Chinese thing you do?
Yes.
Like, if you dated, like, say, if Jackson dated that Chinese girl, there'd be like a bit of a culture shock.
But you're perfectly fine with it.
What do you do that just like that seeps right in?
And have you dated a Chinese girl before?
Yeah.
I've only dated one girl. When you talk about dating, or maybe like a couple of girls, like so.
Maybe 10, maybe 20.
They all look the same.
Let's just say I could have dated one girl in 2000. I could not tell them apart. My accents.
Is this going well?
Yeah, this is absolutely hilarious. You're doing great. This guy's being a cheeky,
cheeky boy. Yeah, I like it.
Cheeky.
And I really like it. As soon as he's being cheeky, it makes me want to be a bit cheeky. So it's...
It's in cheeky.
What's that? That's Alex's grandfather.
This is the funniest I've ever seen you. This is literally the funniest I've ever seen you. You're on fire.
And you're not doing that well. Is it annoying for you when people copy your accent?
No. I do the Australian accent.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
It's going to be weird because I'm going to be able to hear it.
How are you going, mate? I bet some shrimp on the barbie. I can't do
Good day.
it.
I
I bet
can't
some
do it
shrimp
either.
on the barbie.
Fucking yeah, I can't. Oh, I'm fucking try, mate. Fucking try, mate. There you go.
Good.
That's
Can you
all right.
say? Can you say I'm Chinese?
I can't say sentences.
you're
I can only do
fucking
that.
Chinese, mate.
Yeah, mate, I'm bloody Chinese.
That was pretty good. I do
actually really
have to tell you, I can do
fucking Chinese.
a little bit of a,
You can do an Alex Choi. You can do a Chinese accent. That's just how
I think I just found a roundabout way of doing a Chinese accent.
We found the loophole.
No, I think we literally found the loophole. It's like, do you want to hear my Chinese voice? Like,
More like
please God, no. You just at the dinner table. It's like, please God, no. It's like, How are you? We're going to get some more noodles and rice. I can't do your voice, but Jackson can.
A cup of tea. I don't
Cup-
know.
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Gonna have a cup of tea with Juni.
What's the
Johnny,
what's
I love the Queen. I'm Chinese.
Did you grow up with a lot of tea?
Yeah. I have tea like 4 or 5 times a day.
Not for the British side.
Like
but for
herbal
the-
tea or like?
Yeah, what kind of tea?
Tetley's.
Yeah,
Or-
right.
Or whatever, like, and coffee, and I'm addicted to. I get addicted to stuff. Obviously, I'm addicted to vapes. I'm addicted to coffee.
Yeah.
I get addicted, and I drink tea all the time. I
What's
grew up
the-
on tea.
What's the worst addiction you've ever had?
Ooh.
Probably smoking.
Oh, sickies.
Yeah. Well, cigarettes, like, I think they're worse than vapes, but vapes are bad. You know.
Yeah.
That's what they always say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about tea porn. I'm just gonna put that out there. Being addicted to
Loves
tea
being
porn.
tea bag.
Porn.
And that's because I like
Really good.
like the choose your own adventure. Like I'll just put a punchline, and then people listening can
Yeah.
kind of like piece it together later.
You can, yeah. You can see what
These
you
are
can,
Easter
you-
eggs.
yeah. A lot of comedians, you can take that as like a little bit of a premise and see where it goes.
Bit of tea porn. How would tea porn,
You're
like,
addicted to tea.
right? And I watch,
So you watch
You like
tea
girls
porn.
getting teabagged?
yeah, and I watch them pour tea over themselves.
Don't take away all the fun for the audience.
Yeah,
They're the ones that have
probably
to work
good.
out this
we
joke.
Got that. We got that.
Yeah, so tea, you're a tea guy.
Wait a
Right.
second, that ain't tea, that's coffee. Something there. There's something funny.
You
going
sold
on
it
there.
well.
I know. Maybe a little bit more of that. But yes. So, Juni, how's
Do you have any obscure like in you, like nationality?
I found out that I was something obscure. I think I'm a bit Irish. I was a bit European Jewish. I found that I
You got
was
some Jew in you.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I can make those jokes, everyone.
Everyone, they say, wait, did you
Can
do
you
like
prove
a
it? No, I
test?
can't.
Huh?
You did a test.
I did the
the J test.
The 20 Jews in you.
Oh, nice. Nice.
good.
No, you done the Ancestry.com, right?
Yeah, no, I
Every-
I had to mess over a up and coming African American artist and manage them and take 99% of the profits. And I was like,
They say everyone, when they do the Ancestry,
Yeah.
gets like 1% Jewish. 1%.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like.
oh, it's just a
spread.
thing that
Is that what you got?
I think that's what I got.
Yeah, have you either of you guys done it?
No. How much does it cost?
You don't need to because you're 100% Chinese.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Why pay for something you already know the answer for?
He doesn't want to spoil the mystery.
It's 100%.
Dad, what is this?
Dad, what's going on? It
I'm
says
not
I'm 100.
Chinese.
It says I'm 100% British.
Oh, that's rubbish.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. But yeah, what else have I got obscure? Yeah, Irish. Nothing too obscure, in all honesty. I'm pretty well aware of my breakdown, so there was nothing too surprising there. But apparently I'm really surprised that every single comedian in the Sydney comedy scene's
Oh, the
Ch-
Chinese
fully
are Jews.
Chinese.
Yeah.
That's something
What's
that's
that?
kind of new.
Isn't there like an Asian comedy night? Maybe you could get.
I was
booked
on
that.
Yeah, he's on it.
I was on it. I crushed. I went on stage and I went, I know what you're thinking. Why is there a white guy on stage? And they all just fucking burst out laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have an answer for that joke?
I
No.
don't think you needed one.
Well, yeah. I explained that I was part Chinese. And I went through this whole spiel like, yeah. My granddad and my dad, blah blah blah. He lived in Shanghai and Hong
And
Kong.
it's just murdering. It's just murdering. They're just like, this is so funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, my granddad's actually fully Chinese.
He's
They're like,
110.
my dad can speak fluent Mandarin.
Did the
It's just
other
murders.
did the other Asian comedians embrace you? Because
Why
I feel
wouldn't-
like
why
I feel
wouldn't
like
they?
Well, they were all stood outside the room, like talking to each other, and I was stood like separately, just like,
Because they're like,
Hey,
yeah,
guys.
if he gets up on stage, there's no point in any of this.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying to each other.
no, there were actually sections. This one said Chinese. This one said every other Asian. So you were standing with the Chinese one. That's crazy. Well, you're not on the billboard. I'll tell you that much.
no, I wasn't on the poster.
You weren't on the poster.
No, I wasn't.
Really? I honestly think if they were funny, there would be like Asian comedy, Chinese comedy night. It'll just have your face. all Chinese artists. That's literally a very funny idea.
Just the button.
You could probably get on that night. Or do they want comics?
We've had him on.
Hey,
Oh, he's going for it.
that
He's
was the
going
first
for it.
Asian card I ever got on.
Oh.
I've been Asian enough for those nights.
Really? You
Really?
did one of the shows?
I did both of them, yeah.
Really?
Oh, I did 2 on 1, yeah.
I was going to say quickly, Alex, have you experienced any racism towards
Yeah.
being a Chinese
Yeah.
person? Yeah.
Growing up in school and stuff, they call me Chinky Chinese Choi. Well, I'm glad that you guys, like...
Were you, how's your schooling?
So enough about before we started the podcast. What did the kids call you?
yeah,
Come on, everyone.
exactly.
Was that like your mates called you that, or was this like a bullying?
No, it was like
It
a
was the
bullying
teachers.
scenario.
It was the teachers. It was my bloody parents.
Dad!
Well, I can say it.
Yeah, right. So was this a common thing, the bullying thing in school?
Yeah, it kind of was common.
How about just Alex Charles? And it's just over. It's easy. That's how easy it is. My name's Alex Charles.
I nearly changed my name to Alex Wilson, so my
Wow.
Wilson is like my mum's mate.
Well, Wilson's like our actual name.
It's like my mum's side. So if my mum was named Choi,
Yeah.
then this never would have happened.
Yes.
So because it was my dad, he was called Choi. Like this whole I don't
It's
know.
all fiasco.
Yeah, this whole fiasco would have.
We wouldn't have had
What
45
was it,
minutes of
Williams?
a podcast.
William.
Wilson.
No,
Oh, Wilson.
Like
Wilson.
the ball in
Actually-
Yeah, the
Wilson!
Wilson.
She's from Africa.
Are you fucking African?
So you're like, yeah, that's right. I can
Okay.
say that word too.
I can say it if everyone called it.
You've got.
What did they call you when you found out you were half African? They called me a dirty cotton picking. Oh.
Fuck. Fuck.
Okay. What did you guys...
This might have to be the Patreon, and that's so annoying.
Did you guys get teased in high school?
No, I want to hear about Alex.
Okay, fine, let's go back to it.
Yeah, did you, so
I
you,
won't do any more slurs.
So bullying was actually like a thing in school for you, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
For being Chinese, there were Chinese. Listen, right? There were Chinese people, like Chinese students at the school, who didn't get abused for being Chinese.
Of course, they were Chinese.
But I got abused for being Chinese,
Right. Yeah.
which was ridiculous, right? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like abusing me. You don't abuse the Chinese kids. It was mad. I don't know.
So these
And I've dealt with the trauma.
Oh
These
my
weren't your mates.
goodness.
No, they were fucking horrible little cunts.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So was this much of a problem for you? Like, can we get into this, or is this triggering? Because it's very interesting.
No, yeah, we can get into it. But like, yeah, they were cunts. I hope they die of bad things.
Oh, dang. It was that bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did they pull any pranks on you?
No, they were just like always fucking shouting shit at me and like.
Have like Mao's face kind of with you like photoshopped over it.
No, like it wasn't the social media age as well. I'm 31, so
Oh, dang.
we had Facebook and stuff. But it wasn't as big as it is now.
Well, in
Yeah.
my school, they doused the Asian girl. There's a few Asians anyway. They put fish sauce on her.
Sorry, that's hilarious. That's something I would have. If I was a bully, I would have done that to Alex. I would have come literally with like, yeah,
Are you guys going to stick around for another episode, or are you guys going to jet?
No, I can stick around.
yeah. They could stick around. We're
Ah,
gonna
well,
make
this
this
is the
one,
Patreon.
We're
This
gonna
is
make
going
this
to
one the
Patreon.
Patreon, everyone, because we're gonna keep it very clean.
Oh,
in the
so we can
normal.
lean into it now?
Yeah, let's lean into it. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, let's.
What did you
go
get
crazy.
called in school? I'm serious.
Yeah. One word in particular.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bunch. Whole life.
Not bullied, though, right?
Just kind of. It's always just like the
Kids
passing comments.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I always, like, assumed it was,
Was it
like, you were
okay? Like,
friendly
was
with
Dr.
these...
Dre paying? Or was it just... No, a cappella.
They put on that N-words in Paris, and what is this song? I can say it.
I feel like there's a weight off my shoulders now that I know this is behind a paywall.
I know it is. Let's go nice and deep.
So, yeah, I always thought when you had mentioned it that like it was people that thought they were cool with you and that they could kind of just say it and you wouldn't feel anything about it.
It was just kind of usually just trying out the word.
Right.
It doesn't sound good with an Australian accent.
It doesn't sound.
I think it sounds great with an Australian accent.
Stick around for the.
I think it sounds great with any accent. I don't discriminate.
Very progressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it wasn't over the top. It wasn't, I guess, what Alex went through. Like, I don't wish hatred on anyone. It was all my experiences were out of ignorance, and I was very aware it was out of ignorance, and it wasn't really anything like harmful.
So therefore, it wasn't like offensive.
Therefore, I wouldn't see it as offensive.
Yeah.
So we can call you it?
Because I don't know what's going on.
That is whack.
Yeah, no, I never got anything either.
You
No one
knew.
ever called me that.
No one
either.
made fun of you? Oh.
What? You? Anything? Were you
I got
bullied?
called monkey back in the, monkey boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
But non-racially. Like,
I also like to
I think it just fit. I had a shaved head, I had big ears. Monkey, you fucking guy.
Nah, but Mowgli from the Jungle Book.
Isn't that more?
What about a guy that's kind of really OCD, looks like Adrian Monk from the TV show, calling him Monkey Boy? Something good there.
Obscure reference.
So there you go.
Nice.
Now you feel
Nice.
comfortable, Alex. You know we've all been bullied.
Yeah.
Hey, motherfucker, you haven't said anything.
I wasn't bullied.
So what were you calling us people in school?
I think you know. No, we're definitely saying like everything. Yeah, for sure.
Such as? It's
Oh,
I guess it's
everything.
You want to try to grip onto something. I think that's the whole idea with bullying. If you are part of a majority, you're always going to...
Let me say this.
be
It was
good.
never any kid that... It was only my friend group that we'd be like... And we give everything to each other. Like, it was just fucking flying.
Yes.
And it was just like, how do I legitimately hurt my friend's feelings right now?
Yeah.
Which was very hard to do. We're all very thick-skinned.
Yes.
Is Australian bullying different to English bullying?
I don't know. I've never been...
I can imagine it's like. So did you?
How
grow
would I
up
know
in,
the answer to that,
Yeah,
Alex?
see, Alex, you grew up in
watch
Manchester,
TV, right?
was it?
Yeah.
Um,
So
You guys rib too, don't
Oh,
you?
like the in-betweeners, bro. That's probably the closest thing we were to...
right. So
Yeah.
like you don't like do the American shit where you stuff people in lockers or whatever.
No. It was just,
I did a lot of that. That's also a private boys' school thing.
Right.
I had a lot of that, the physical stuff.
Yeah, physical like.
We did a little bit of that.
Things stuffed in your locker.
Oh, we used to throw people in lockers all the time. It's hilarious.
Not
Lock
to-
people in things, like literally give swirlies, wedgies.
Oh, fuck.
To who?
Just to everywhere. It was getting done all the time. There was
Were
a whole
you this
like,
big in school?
No, I was.
I don't know if I believe you.
I was extremely skinny, probably a bit tall, but like not overly tall. But yeah, there's a Catholic boys' school. It becomes more physical rather than the name calling stuff.
What a Catholic boys' school.
Catholic boys' school, I find a little bit more.
I
trouble.
imagine it gets a bit physical there.
Good.
Hey.
Hey, there we go.
There's some good Chinese
Join
humor for us
in.
all. There we go.
Ours was all just psychological warfare the whole time. That's all it was like, how do we pin someone? And as soon as someone was getting pinned, it'd become like a pylon. Just
Yeah.
of the group. And then with everyone else, it was like, nah.
That's just
Try
not.
and be
That's
cool
just
with
mates though. That's just
Yeah.
what like you do with the boys. That's not like.
But it was
Exactly.
intense. Like, you could make someone like get up and walk away.
Oh,
that's
dang.
victory.
That's funny.
For sure.
Yeah.
Which was even funnier.
That's a great
But yeah,
day.
yeah.
It's interesting because this is the whole like the more verbal sort of bullying versus the physical sort of bullying. Because I've always, I guess, going to like the Catholic boys' school was always physical. That trumped everything. You would always go for the physical thing. Like you'd book someone, you'd throw someone's
What
bag.
the fuck is booking someone?
You would like someone carrying their books like through the school, just bam, smash it all over the floor. That was a great one. I think tying people up.
You're talking about your teacher,
Making them
your
confess.
pastor. Yeah. That was a bad punchline.
I do have one friend, and it was like in a class one time I wasn't even in, but another friend was filming, and my friend was like looking at his work or whatever, and the teacher must have left the room for a second.
Yeah.
And another friend, what's her name? I don't want to actually say his name. They said, "Hey, Alex."
Nice.
He was a Chinese kid. So yeah, so my
No,
other
I
friend,
can tell by the name.
my other friend is holding this massive fucking textbook, like heavy as fuck, and he goes, "Oi, Alex," and Alex like looks up from his work, and my friend like point blank, just from like a meter away across the other side of the table, chucks the textbook in his face.
Oh my goodness.
Like it was intense, and he just like looked down, like holding his face, and looked back up and saw the camera. So he was like, so he goes,
Oh,
hey.
and like laughed it off to be like, this is cool or whatever.
Dang.
And it was like that point, like where he laughed, he didn't do
That is
anything,
so
didn't
dark.
retaliate. Where it was
Because
like,
of the
oh,
phone. That was just because of the phone.
because you're on camera.
Yeah.
for whatever reason, he didn't
Dang.
like yell or anything. Where it was just like, all right, there are
Yes,
levels
you
to
got me.
this.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do this to this guy, because if you want them to fight back, do you know what I mean? Because they're not fucking defeated.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was a wild one. I double dacked my friend in
that's
front of our whole class.
What's double decked?
That's
Pants and
undies too.
underpants.
Oh, I thought that was okay.
So like
I
his
thought you did
penis,
it and fucking did it again.
literally his
What a
penis was
dick.
out in front of the whole class.
Yeah, that's what was all that was visible afterwards.
But it was nothing like actually physically intimidating or anything like that.
Yeah.
We weren't trying to like impose any shit on anyone else. It was just like silly stuff. Did you have the physical stuff?
I got dacked, but like,
Jacked.
But never like
but it was on like the sports
actually
field.
pushed in a locker, swirlied, anything like that.
No, like that's such an American thing. We
Yeah, I
don't-
didn't think we did that in Australia.
We don't
Swirl
do that.
people.
Swirly's like there's an element of doing it ironically.
I'm sure that's what he felt as he was getting it done to him.
Yeah, there's something about doing it ironically, giving someone a swirly.
Have you given someone a swirly?
I think because again, going to like the boys' school, there's this whole idea when anyone's going to do anything,
Everyone would do it.
everyone would run and like crowd around. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, oh, we're giving him a swirly. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, they're giving what's he in year 9 a swirly. It's like, oh, we're all coming along to
So
watch.
you were close, but not necessarily the one.
I
holding
wasn't
them.
necessarily the one. Like literally, we're talking about probably 50 kids all around the bathroom.
Does
It's like they're
swirly
giving him
mean
a
something
swirly in
different
there.
in a Catholic boys' school?
That's where the brother puts something in your drink, and you start feeling a bit off, and then you wake up
do the
with
swirlies.
you wake up with HIV.
Cut short.
I was was cut short.
June, man, you wouldn't have really done anything physical, hey? Because you're like, you got into like martial arts and shit quite young.
I'm not like a typical Thai boy. I'm not Thai.
And then number one, I don't.
I'm not a fucking cartoon series where they got plucked from birth and trained. I started training like in my 20s.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was way late. I was tiny in school.
Dang, and you couldn't
Yeah.
fight.
No,
Did people think you could fight because you kind
people
of?
thought I was in a gang.
Oh really?
There was a clip out. There was like there was a newspaper clipping going around school of like some guy robbing a store.
Yeah.
And I always wore beanies. It's just a guy in the beanie holding a knife, and it kind of looked like me. He had a big nose and
Nice.
big lips, and but it sort of looked like me. And that went around like people thought I did that. People thought I was in a gang.
So they were scared of you.
I don't know if there was. It's hard to be scared of a fucking. I was tiny. Look at me now. I was a lot smaller.
But you had a knife in
Duh.
the video. So it's like, I'm not going to mess with that dude. He's actually in a gang. If I do something with him, there's going to be repercussions.
No, I got messed with a lot. I didn't think I was. Yeah, I think it was scared of me.
Right. They still mess with you even though they knew.
that was packing.
Yeah, they knew you were packing. It's like, what are you going to do? Go on, go on.
What was the worst you ever got messed with?
Fuck, I've only been in like one decent fight in school.
Oh.
It wasn't, but barely anything happened. Oh, one time the older kids would pick on me, but nothing too physical, nothing too bad. Just like it was more emotional. It really hurt us. It really hurt as a person.
dang.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear, the emotional stuff.
But they would just like stand over me and like try to scare me, and it worked. I was tiny. I couldn't. This is where it gets sad.
Make it
I
really
fucking
sad.
cried in school and shit. I hated it.
Well, this is a good comedy podcast that you guys are inviting me on.
And I need to hear the worst one from you, Alex.
The worst what? Like what?
The worst bullying these kids did, because they did a good job by the sounds of it.
They were creative.
Because they did a good job on you, boy.
No, it was just intimidation. It was just like they were bigger than me, and then they would just basically like say loads of Chinese kind of.
It's so
sad.
funny hearing it. Yeah, I hate it.
Stop laughing. It's
Yeah.
sad.
I know, and I hate it.
Get into
I
your
hate
mind
it.
that it's sad.
Stop
right?
laughing at his pain.
It's just whenever you say Chinese, it's just so funny.
It's
Yeah.
a torment, right? Remember that.
I remember that.
So they said that was Chinese, right? And
Yeah.
That was a good setup. That was good. I saw you giving me the alley oop there. That was.
I'm over it, but I would definitely hit them with a hammer in the head if I ever met them again.
Dang, so these kids did a number.
Wow.
So the worst one you meant literally just like they did with Johnny. They stood over
With
you.
who?
Johnny.
Who the fuck is Johnny?
They didn't
Johnny.
stand over me, and like that sounds like some sort of like you're in the corner kind of thing, like shriveled up kind of. Was it like that?
Not that bad, no.
No, but I know what you mean. Like they're just
Yeah,
standing
like-
over you. It's kind of like fuck.
Did you have mates? You had a crew?
Yeah, I had mates, but they were the
The
nerds.
Chinese gang.
Right.
They called them
Yeah.
the Choyad.
Oh,
that's great.
my! Who are we talking about? Like the best comedians in the world that went to your school?
Wait, so you were the leader of the gang?
No, they were they called my mates the Choyad.
That's
Choya.
so funny.
It is.
Like
It's-
a triad?
Yeah, like the
Can we have your
the
bullies
triad.
on?
Dang, I missed that one.
Can we have them on?
Oh my goodness! So
Who hasn't wanted to punch their bully in the face? Like years later. Like, no,
100%.
really? Like,
Everyone.
No,
Yeah,
you don't? Like,
No, you do.
Yeah, it's
everyone
like
wants
that-
to. Yeah, you want to kill them.
it's like killing the monster under your bed.
Yeah. You
Die,
want
Uncle
to
Frank.
do you want to do the payback, but it's so awkward doing payback when you're like 30,
Yeah.
because it's like, what are you gonna do? Like something that happened when you're in your teens. It's kind of sad. It's like, dude, you still remember that?
You know what would suck
Thank you
though?
for agreeing with me and then shitting on me.
No, but it's like I agree, but then there comes this
Yeah.
angle where like, what are you gonna do? You finally see your bully. You're in a situation when you can kind of get payback. It's like, I'm not that dude anymore. I was like an ignorant child. I didn't know any better. I was, let's say, having things going on at home.
I'd say tough shit, bitch, and hit him with a hammer across the head. Fuck him.
This is for the Choyads.
Got like a triangle in his head. Like,
Not to side with them. They're clearly the bad guys in this situation, but they don't really know what they're doing either.
They don't know what
Yeah,
they're
they're
doing.
trying it out. That's true.
Yeah.
It's like you. with
they're
your
trying
friends,
out
you-
new material.
Yeah.
Like, have
It is killing.
you ever met like a bully later on in life, and they're just like, "Oh, hey, dude, how you going? Like, I'm an adult now. I'm not this kid anymore."
I met people, but I've never like these were a select group of like guys. I've never seen them since,
Yes.
but they fucking suck, man. They suck. They were just fucking racists. They were full on racists.
I like them.
Yeah.
They were just from a shithole town in northern England, just racist crap cunts. That's
Yeah.
what they were, right? Fuck them.
Yeah.
Don't mean to bring the mood
They
down.
need to make a movie about you. In all honesty,
Oh, yeah.
literally
Who would
needs
you
that.
cast?
Lucy Lou.
That's no Hugh Grant.
Obviously, Stephen Yuen.
Yeah, Hugh Grant plays your Chinese dad.
Is it Stephen Wen from The Walking Dead? Glenn.
Jackie
Oh,
Chan.
the guy that gets fucking baseball batted.
Yeah.
I have confronted people that like they were older than me, but they tried to intimidate me. Like later on in my like my early 20s, or like my later teens, like my early 20s. But by the time I confronted them, I'd already been fighting at the time, so like I'd had my
Oh,
my bit of
dang.
confidence.
So
I'm like,
they
like-
would have seen your videos. They would have known that you.
I don't think they knew. No, there was.
So
I
you
don't
were
think
like,
they
I
would have
could,
seen my videos.
I could literally.
Yeah, I could literally
No,
murder
it's just like,
you.
do you still have a problem with me? And then be like, no, it's all good now.
That's so cool.
And you're like, because I got a
I'm
problem
like,
with
oh
you.
man,
Yeah.
I waited this whole time.
They literally have like the duck sauce behind their back. And they're like, oh, not
Oh,
today. Dang. So what is the worst thing they did to you, Alex? Do you remember a specific thing?
It was literally just like it was all the racist kind of shit, and it was just words. If to be honest,
all done with words.
well, I've said them like the
Yeah,
ch
yeah.
the ch word.
The ch word. All that stuff.
The ing word.
How are we looking? We got like 5. We got 5.
We got 5, and then we'll wrap the page. We'll get into the regular episode.
Yeah, then we'll get into the real one.
Now I've got all this.
Bullying
Actually,
sucks, but we need a bit of bullying. You need like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
No, it makes you better.
Yeah,
it makes you like
stronger.
fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Do
Do
you-
you,
result.
do you think you would have? Here we go. Here's real. Just be completely honest. Try to completely remove yourself. Do you think you would have been a lot more racist? Or do you think you would have been racist if you hadn't gone through what you went through? If your name was Alex Wilson, do you think you would have been the one calling the Asian kids
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being completely honest.
Oh, like if you're in a school of your people
Yes.
and like they came, do you think you would done the racism back to them?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
No,
wouldn't.
we got the answer. We're going to clip it.
I'm joking.
We've got the soundbite, guys. It's a wrap.
100%.
It depends on like your upbringing. To be fair, like if you're
Yeah.
brought from like a shitty family, I think my family's shitty, but like at least like they have morals. You know, if you have a shitty family with shit morals, then you're gonna have shit morals. It depends on where you're from. Well, this is a very
No, it's good. It's good. This is
yeah,
this
it is
literally-
good. It is good.
It's true because it just goes into the whole racism thing. Sometimes it's not that bad. Sometimes it does come from ignorance. And there is a difference between someone just being ignorant, someone being overtly racist, and having strong beliefs behind it. And like, I guess committing hate crimes.
Okay, what's a hate crime?
Yeah,
like
I guess so.
exactly. Like
An actual hate crime would probably be going out in the street being like, I'm going to physically
just pick
assault
a
this
certain
this
subsect
ethnic
of people.
group. Yeah. Like, was that happening at the same time in your neighborhood in Manchester? Were there hate crimes?
there were a lot of like problems with immigrants
Yes.
in the UK,
Yeah.
which thankfully the people opposed.
Yeah.
It was always in the media and stuff. Like you'd look at the main newspapers and stuff like that. They always put out racist kinds of things. Even today, like you'll see soccer players that are like, if they're English, they just get away with everything. Whereas if they're from another country, the media just it's like internalized racism.
The newspaper's putting out racist shit.
Yes,
Maybe your bullies just wanted to be journalists.
Yeah.
right. That's it.
They found their calling.
That's really good.
Yeah. And this is the thing, like, as a British person who's lived in multiple countries like Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, and I've met Native Americans, and I've met Maori people, and I've met
Native Americans?
Aboriginal, Native Americans.
You were in America?
In Canada.
Oh, in Canada?
Have Native Americans in Canada as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I didn't know
Called
you lived in Canada.
Yeah,
How long?
half a year.
Wow. Nice, yeah.
Not most British people understand what British racism is.
Yes.
And it's just like a little it's like an institutionalized cesspool of racism, which they're working it out. To be fair, then if you meet people in Britain, they're not racist. They're great people, but the media's a bit racist. It's like accidental racism. It's like what's it called? Subconscious racism, or whatever it is. I'm not like a fucking scientist on this stuff, but like people always talk about this institutionalized and racism and all this kind of stuff, and it actually does exist in Britain.
What do you think about Australia? I guess
think it's like
to
it's way worse.
All right, we're gonna end on that, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening to the page. You listening? We're gonna record the free episode now. So
Good night, everyone. Oh man, that was
interesting.
that was very interesting. That was great. That was beautiful. I'm so tempted.